You spent time generating the perfect AI image, the colors looked incredible on their screen, you uploaded it, hit print, and then this showed up. Blurry gray boxes everywhere, colors way off, maybe the design got cut off at the edges. None of that is the printer's fault. None of it is your AI tool's fault. It's 3 very specific, very fixable mistakes that almost everybody makes when they go from AI generation to physical print. And I'm gonna walk you through all 3 of them right now. Plus, give you the exact prompt language that prevents every single one. Let's get into it. Mistake number 1 is resolution, and it's the most common one by far. Here's the thing about AI image generators. They are built for screens. When you generate an image and it pops up looking sharp and beautiful on your monitor, that image is almost always 72 dpi. That means 72 dots per inch. That's the standard for web and screen display. Creating this for a shirt is completely different beast. A quality print especially, anything DTF, sublimation, or large format needs a minimum of 300 dpi. Some specialty prints want even more than that. When you take a 72 dpi file and stretch it to print size, the software has to invent pixels it doesn't have. And that's what you're seeing from a print looking soft, blurry, or blocky. The data just isn't there. The fix is simple. You just have to ask for it. AI image generators respond to instructions in your prompt. If you don't specify resolution, you'll get whatever the default is. And the default is almost never print ready. Here's the language. Add to every single AI image prompt I use for print. Ultra high resolution, 8K, 300 dpi, print ready file, sharp focus throughout. No blur, no noise, no compression artifacts. Just those few words at the end of your prompt tells the AI exactly what you need. Think of it like ordering at a restaurant. If you don't tell the chef how you want your steak, you're gonna get whatever you feel like them making. Be specific and you get what you actually want. Mistake number 2. This one catches so many people off guard, and I genuinely think it's the most frustrating one because it looks right until it doesn't. Plus, you'll also spend money paying for the fake transparent space that you don't even want. And most DTF companies don't even check artwork like we do. They just print it as is. You've probably seen this happen. You ask your AI tool for an image with a transparent background. Maybe you type something like transparent background or PNG format, no background. And the AI gives you a file that looks like it has a transparent background. You can see the checkboard pattern. You know the gray and white squares that design softwares use to indicate transparency. And you think, great, transparent background, actually what I wanted. The checkerboard pattern is not actually transparent. In most AI generated files, those gray and white squares are actually literally baked into the image as pixels. They're part of that design. There's no alpha channel, there's no true transparency. It just looks like transparency on your screen because your brain is used to seeing that pattern and thinking, oh, transparent. Watch what happens when I zoom into this file. See that? Those are actual gray pixels and white pixels sitting right there in the image. If you send this to a print shop, you're not getting a clean background. You are printing a gray and white checkerboard pattern all around your design. That's where those weird halos and gray boxes come from on finished prints. So how do you actually fix this? The best workflow, and this is pro approach, is to stop fighting the AI on background transparency. Instead of prompt for a solid, pure white background. White is actually your friend here.
You're my special friend.
White backgrounds are clean, they're predictable, and they're incredibly easy to remove properly using a background removal tool. Adobe Firefly, Photoshop, remove background features, or even Canva's background remover. When you remove a clean white background from a well-generated image, you get a real transparent PNG with a real alpha channel. Clean edges, no gray fringe, no checkerboard artifacts baked into your file. So, how clean that edge is? When you remove a clean white background from a well-generated image, you get a real transparent PNG with real alpha channels, clean edges, no gray fringe, no checkerboard artifacts baked into your file. See how clean that edge is? That's because we started with a solid white, removed it properly, and now we have actual transparency we could work with. Here's the prompt language for this. Add this to your AI prompt. Solid, pure white background. No gradients, no borders, no frame, no watermark. Subject clearly isolated and separated from background. White background, clean removal after. That's the move. Mistake number 3 is one that most people don't even realize it's happening until they're holding the finished print in their hands. AI image generators love to use every single pixel of the canvas. Text right to the edge, design elements touching the border, the subject's hand or wing or logo element bleeding off the side of the frame. It looks dramatic and full on screen. On a physical print, it means your design gets cut off. Every print process, DTF gang sheet, sublimation, large format, has what's called a safe zone or a bleed margin. It's the area around the edge of your design that might get trimmed, shifted, or affected by the printing process. If your important elements are inside that margin, they survive. If they're outside, they're gone. Look at this design. The sword is touching the left edge. The sword is hanging off the bottom. In the gang sheet builder, when the plotter cuts this out, the sword disappears, and that sharp blade just becomes a weird blob. The prompt fix for this one: all elements fully contained within the artboard. Generous save margin, nothing touching or exceeding canvas edges. Centered composition. That one addition pulls everything from the edges and gives you a print a fighting chance of coming out exactly the way you designed it. Resolution, fake transparency, no safe margin. Those are the 3, and the fix for all 3 of them lives in one block of text you can add to every end of every AI prompt you use for print. Here it is. Screenshot this. Pause the video right now and grab this. This is going in the description too, so you can always come back for it. This goes at the end of whatever prompt you're using. Whether you are regenerating a portrait, a logo, a pattern, a streetwear graphic, paste this after your creative description and it handles all 3 mistakes automatically. Now, even when you do everything right in your prompt, even with perfect resolution settings and clean backgrounds, sometimes the file still needs a little help. Maybe the AI gave you something at a smaller size than you need. Maybe you found a design you love, but it came out lower quality than you expected. Maybe you just want to scale it up for a bigger print without losing any detail. That's exactly what the gang sheet builder on Transfer Superstars is built for. Right here in the tool, when you upload your AI generated artwork, there's a free built-in upscaling feature. We're taking AI-powered upscaling that actually sharpens the detail as it scales, not just stretching pixels. You upload, you upscale, you arrange your designs on the gang sheet, and you order. No Photoshop required, no third-party tools, no extra costs for the upscale. We built this specifically for people who are creating and printing their own stuff. Whether you're a one-person brand trying to get some sample prints of your own designs, or you're running a full custom apparel operation and you need gang sheets fast. Upload your AI artwork, we upscale it for you for free. You get a print-ready gang sheet back. Link is in the description. That's it. 3 mistakes, 3 fixes, 1 prompt block that handles all of it. Stop letting bad file prep kill good designs. Get the prompt from the description, run your art through the gang sheet builder, and print with confidence. If this helped you out, drop a comment below and tell me what you're printing. I genuinely want to see it. And if you're not subscribed yet, hit that button because we cover this kind of stuff every single week. I'll see you guys on the next one.